The amount of people who are angry at me for becoming a black ICE agent, aka caught you slipping, is quite funny to me. So first and foremost, like, it's a joke.
This is what we mean when we say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Because y'all, ICE agents don't have their mask on in the airports today. And the amount of black and brown ICE agents I've seen, Lord. Exhibit B. Exhibit C right here. Like, I know things are rough, but out of all of the government jobs that y'all could get, as people of color, y'all couldn't pick something else. I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
This woman was arrested by ICE Sunday at San Francisco's airport. DHS says she's from Guatemala, had a deportation order signed by a judge, and tried to flee as officers were deporting her. DHS saying the incident was unrelated to efforts to help TSA.
The blacks, the lad. They know they looking dumb too. Look at Porky the Pig, looking like you're ready for a snack. Is it time to eat yet? No, you don't get no break. Big neck. I can hear the brothers right now. They paying me $29 an hour. I'ma do it. Shut up. What happened? They used to wear masks. What happened to the mask? Put the mask back on. Why the white men the only ones want to hide their face? You would think the brothers and the Latins would be like, can I get one of them ICE agent masks? Don't nobody want to see that. Are y'all watching the news? They looking for you, dummy. They looking for your mamas, your grandmama, your brother.
Ooh, baby, just in case y'all didn't know. The ancestors ain't pleased with you ICE agents. Just in case you was wondering. We see y'all black ass out there. And we don't with y'all, not the least little bit. I mean, you have literally sold your soul for profit. And you believe that something good gonna come from it. You are forgetting that these motherfuckers, and that when it's all said and done, and they have used you until they can't use you, they gonna hang your black ass out. And when they do, don't you dare, with your Candace Owens ass, expect us to forget.
Yes, there is a growing trend on social media where these people are melting down because they realize black people are now ICE agent. I don't know, when you look at tweets like this, at least the left is open about their racism, and that is the truth. Seeing black ICE agent doesn't set right with my spirit. This is what the guy posted. There are a lot of videos circulating. I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. But before I do that, first take a look at these videos.
I feel like more people should be talking about this. A day before President Trump deployed ICE agents to airports to help with the overflow of travelers who couldn't get through TSA lines, Chuck Schumer said this. And just less than a day after those agents were deployed to help the TSA get through the screening lines, the local news and even CNN was forced to report this.
Once again, ICE agents have arrived here in Philadelphia, but I do want to point out, this is an empty line right now. We are standing in the middle where travelers come to check in for TSA. Yesterday, this was all the way back to the garage. So good news today, lines aren't too bad.
Well, there may be a celebration here at the airport before it's all said and done, especially for the folks who've been working nonstop, extra shifts. If you look right here, you can see this is the main checkpoint. Almost no lines, no waiting, Sarah. It's unbelievable at this point. This morning started briskly with a lot of people showing up here at the airport. Lines were long. People were waiting about an hour. But when that rush hour went away pretty quickly this morning, we ended up with this. And there seems to be more lines open than normal right now with the TSA workers here breezing people through. In fact,
I bring this up because the Democrats, whether senators or influencers, who made posts saying that this wouldn't work, that it would backfire stupendously, have gone radio silent for some reason. I mean, if I were them and I were in their position, I would be really glad that my fear-mongering turned out to be nothing more than just blatant lies trying to manipulate the American people. I'd be ecstatic that Americans were finally able to travel again amidst the DHS funding shutdown that was going on. And yet for some reason, they're oddly quiet. I wonder why.
Yes, you can see exactly what is going on. They are crying on social media like, why are black people with eyes? At some point when I see this, I weep because in 2026 we are still doing this. What? There is something I saw recently. Members of Congress are now facing a personal consequence from the ongoing shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, losing one special flight pig Delta Airlines is pursuing special services that make flight more convenient and efficient for members of Congress, as first reported by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Due to the impact on resources from the long-standing government shutdown, Delta will temporarily suspend specialty service to members of Congress flying Delta, the airline said in a statement to NPR. Next to safety, Delta's number one priority is taking care of our people and customers, which has become increasingly difficult in the current environment. They are actually being removed from this peak. No special service for them as a result of these.
The Trump administration would much rather send ICE agents into TSA lines here in the Atlanta airport and other airports instead of actually paying TSA agents, because what was it they were closing the government down over? Oh, right, disenfranchisement. Yeah, making sure that we can't vote. Do you know about the SAVE Act that they're trying to pass right now, which is the reason why we have another government shutdown? Well, if you don't know, the SAVE Act basically makes it harder to vote. It says that a legal ID is not enough to help you vote. You have to have a passport. Well, passports cost, I think, somewhere around $200 to get one. So that makes it difficult for people who don't have an extra $200 to go get a passport. Well, if you don't have your passport, that's okay because you can still have your birth certificate. But if you're a woman who's gotten married and you've changed your last name since you've gotten married, but you haven't changed it on your birth certificate, you're not going to be able to vote.
Is this supposed to be a controversial something? These are just basic things that you need to do, you know? Every single day you want to go into the bank. You want, in fact, many places that you show the ID, you do this. But these people are taking it like something very big. I don't understand why these people always struggle to create an outrage over nothing. It get crazy. The other day I was watching Calculating the View. If you never saw that video, take a look at this.
Be better.
Is there a single report today of something going awry with ICE agents?
Well, thank God for 24 hours something bad didn't happen.
Maybe there is.
There was an ICE agent refusing to identify himself, arresting a woman in an airport, freaking people out. They were
Democrat paid pro. Bother anybody? I'm okay. I was concerned about people. So they're not bothering us. Let's get it done.
I like that they're here. I think that it's allowing us to move and get to where we need to go.
It's kind of scary in a sense because you don't know what to expect with ICE.
As long as they can help us move a little bit faster, maybe they can take some of the work off the TSA agents as far as, general security. I'm all for it.
For now, you guys can argue about this, but it's a Democrat shutdown.
Feel comfortable at all having ICE agents there because ICE agents now only get instead of getting 72 days of training, they only get 42 days of training. The camera has no business in our airport.
Normal? Did you see that?
No.
He was asked about, I guess, how the Democrats can win. And I think that phrase is going to bubble up. He said they have to learn to be more culturally normal.
God bless you abundantly. I just wanted you to see these kind of reactions. So the short clips at the end, that is for White Algorithm. You can always skip.
He's still us.
The Oscars So White campaign, someone must wear a ribbon that says, "We won."
Out on the buffet, they're just hard.
What is this, my 600-pound?
Yeah, and you're right. Every day is something new.
That Trump laid in the State of the Union address.
To get here. Trump! Go Trump! Hey, Murphy, you're scumbag. Thanks, man.
Our chamber is chanting USA. Philip.
He utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
They're just so...
and did not shake her hand there.
Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. Here's the Chief Justice. All of them got their hands shaken. To the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in stop 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes.
Other than illegal on either of those two, I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Patel posted this on X.
Job.
I get suspicious when any
person's home, it's very easy to...
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides, you're...
So amazing. And wasn't it so great?
When it can be hard to hope.
Hey, girl.
Now, real quick, before you go to bed, do you know where your birth certificate is located?